What if my client's durable power of attorney is not good enough to allow for the creation of a qualified income trust or a Miller trust? That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. All right, so this is a scenario where, let's imagine I have a client who comes to me, as they often do, or typically it's their adult child, and if their income is too high, they might normally not be eligible for Medicaid to pay for home care or facility care unless they're able to create what's known as a Miller trust, also sometimes called a qualified income trust or an income-only trust. Those are all terms that mean the exact same thing. But if the actual client, typically senior citizen who needs services, is unable to sign a document themselves, we have to typically rely on a power of attorney. And if the power of attorney was created by a non-elder law attorney or non-estate planning attorney, we often run into problems where they're not strong enough they're not specific enough to allow for the creation of a Miller trust or qualified income trust. But in that setting, all is not lost. We have a couple other options. One option is if the eventual Medicaid applicant is married and their spouse still has capacity, still has their mind, can still sign documents. There's a little known rule that for just a qualified income trust, this doesn't apply to anything else, but for a qualified income trust, one spouse is allowed to sign on behalf of another spouse. So that's one avenue that we can look to. If there is no spouse and the power of attorney is not strong enough to allow for the agent to sign a qualified income trust or a Miller trust, then we are also looking for does the power of attorney provide the agent the ability to contract? Because if it does, then we can use it to create what's called a pooled special needs trust. That's different than a qualified income trust. A pooled special needs trust, which can serve the same role to protect income as a qualified income trust. What a pooled special needs trust, you can check out my other videos or articles. I have lots of information on a pooled special needs trust, but suffice it to say that a pooled special needs trust can stand in the place of a qualified income trust, and the power of attorney typically does not need to be as strong to create a pooled special needs trust as it does for a qualified income trust. So I hope I explained that properly. If you have any questions about anything to do with Medicaid planning, long-term care benefits, estate planning, probate, anywhere in the state of Florida, please give us a call. I'm Jason Neufeld with Elder Needs Law. Thank you for watching.